Cancer, welcome back to the Renaissance Tarot. Welcome to your funny and your most favorite Armenian guy, where I serve and I slay. Today, dear Cancer, I'm going to be doing your reading from February 22nd to the 28th. This will be a general reading, so it may resonate with you and it may not. Now, in this reading, dear Cancer, delicious, I'm going to be taking a look into your main challenge, past, present, and future. I'm going to clarify all the cards and get some final advice for you. How you doing, my cutie patootie, looking all this so yummy, so good. Let's see what's happening for my Cancers. What do you need to know? Honey buns. Me, I'm doing great. I'm doing great, Cancer. I'm doing so good. So dear Cancer, your challenge from February 22nd to the 28th is the Five of Pentacles. And what you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck, you have the Strength, followed by the Nine of Wands and the Page of Wands. So Cancer, your challenge here with the Five of Pentacles, and I'm sending you a big hug, okay? There is a lot that's going on in the background for many of you, okay? There is a nostalgia, there is a lot of memories coming up, and there is a separation. Obviously, this is an indicator that there has been some kind of a separation. You could be experiencing it could be also financial issues that you're going through, struggles, but I feel like that this has a lot to do with the sadness that you are dealing with right now due to some kind of a separation. We're going to clarify this and we're going to find out more information shortly. In the recent past, you have the Three of Pentacles, Five of Cups, and the Death. So in the recent past, for many of you, you were in the process of building something with someone, building a foundation. There was a partnership, there was a relationship that was developing, and all of a sudden it came to an end. I do genuinely believe that this relationship, the way that it ended, it was not really slow. It was very sudden. It was very unexpected. And it took you a long time to really go through that because many of you were very disappointed in how things ended between you and this person, how things were going between you and this person. And also, I think that a lot of you went through the dark night of the soul. So this situation that ended, dear Cancer, it really did bring some kind of a spiritual awakening within you. We're going to find out more about this and we're going to clarify shortly. In the present moment, Cancer, you have the Ace of Swords, the Magician, and the Hermit. You're manifesting something here. And I think that even though you might be going through something really challenging and tough, I do believe that you're actually getting a lot of clarity on what manifestation is and how to manifest and how to set an intention to create something for yourself. I think you are really honing your skills when it comes to creating something, creating your reality. Okay, you are getting a lot of clarity also on your manifestations. You're very wise, you're very smart, okay? So you have learned from a myriad of experiences on, the things that happen to you. You have accumulated a lot of wisdom. So basically you're utilizing your wisdom, your knowledge into changing your life around. Could be around money, could be around career, but I feel like this is also about a relationship. Okay, so we're going to find out more. Now, in the near future, you have the Moon, which is you, the Ace of Cups, and the Nine of Pentacles. So Cancer, in the near future, there is an offer. That's going to be coming in towards your way. I believe here that this is someone that is very slow moving, okay, but it might be a slow process, but there is a love offer that's coming in. And I think that you may feel a little bit anxious whether this is going to happen or not. I would say actually go for it. This is gonna also kind of test your confidence in you knowing that what you created actually is literally in front of you. Okay, so we're gonna find out more about this and we're gonna see what is it that you need to know. Some of you could have a Venus in Leo, or you could be a Leo rising. Like I'm a Leo, my Venus is in Cancer, you know what I mean? I'm a July Leo, July 28th. So for many of you, what you don't see coming is actually the end of these struggles and these trials and tribulations. Like you are coming on top of these challenges much stronger than what you were before, okay? So without any further ado, let's get into your reading and let's clarify everything for you. I'm going to start off with your challenge, which is the Five of Pentacles. Okay, so let's clarify your challenge, which is the Five of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles. What's going on for my Cancers? What's going on, honey buns? So the Five of Pentacles, dear Cancer, is clarified by the Four of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Two of Pentacles, and you have the Queen of Pentacles. You could be dealing with an earth sign. Okay, I'm going to refrain from naming a lot of the signs in most of the readings. I just want to leave it up to the viewer. You're going back and forth in your mind about somebody. Okay, there is this inner debate within you that you're having when it comes to this person. Maybe also this person is going in their mind back and forth as well. You know, you're still holding on to this person because you believe that this is someone that's part of your destiny, but also part of your challenge here, dear Cancer. I'm going to be completely honest with you. Are you holding on to someone, or are you holding on to a situation that's preventing you from actually moving towards your destiny? You know what I mean? Are you holding on to some kind of sadness and disappointment from the past that something here didn't work out, right? Holding on to, right? That's actually preventing you from your abundance. That's actually preventing you from moving to a new chapter for yourself. And you could be going back and forth in your mind about this situation, maybe because the way that things ended between you and this person, or they left you, or they abandoned you, and how things ended, you're still processing the pain. So you're still really going through these difficulties and through these emotions and feelings. And it's been very challenging, right? Because I feel like here there was this sense of abandonment. Someone here left the relationship and abandoned, and it was very difficult for you to navigate through this. So you're basically between two worlds, okay, between two timelines, wanting to make sure that which direction you should go that's going to be best for you. Now, Three of Pentacles is, indicating that there was a partnership, relationship here that you embarked onto with somebody from the past. The Three of Pentacles in the past is clarified by the World, the Four of Swords, and the Knight of Cups. I'm seeing here one major story. I believe here that many of you maybe just ended something with someone in the past, and then all of a sudden this person came into your life. Meanwhile you were healing. Meanwhile you were healing, recovering from whatever happened in the past with someone, you met this person, okay? This person came into your life. You might have met this person through friends, maybe online dating, or maybe through some sort of a social network here as I'm getting. So you just closed a chapter, okay? The World, the last card in Major Arcana, and then you were healing. You were still in the process of saying, you know what, I don't want to meet anyone, I don't want to date, I don't want to talk to anyone. Maybe you just came out of a very unhealthy, toxic marriage. So you met this person, could have been a fire sign, that all of a sudden entered into your life. Now, I do believe here that when this person came into your life, this is what I'm channeling for you. You knew that this person was giving off the vibes of not so consistent. Okay, you have a very strong intuition within you. So you knew this person was kind of giving off a little bit like player type vibes. They could have changed or they could be better, but they were a little bit not so consistent. So hence why something here happened with the Five of Cups. Disappointment, sadness, unexpected ending here. So let's clarify the Five of Cups. Maybe this person was not really ready yet for commitment or like a serious relationship. So the Five of Cups in the recent past is clarified by the King of Swords, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Four of Cups. In the recent past, for many of you, you might have offered to this person that you wanted to marry. Maybe they as well offered you to marry and be with you long term. But I feel like here that there was a rejection, okay? Somebody here got rejected in the past, and no matter how much effort, no matter how much work was put into this relationship, someone here rejected. Someone here was not open for like a long-term commitment or marriage. It could have been you rejected this person. They could have rejected you, and everyone has their own reasons why they reject, right? Maybe you also had a lot of things going on in your life, or maybe you noticed some red flags about this situation. So the death card here in the past could mean for many of you going through a major transformation and a metamorphosis. It could also mean like just the situation ended, okay? So the death card in the recent past, dear Cancer, is clarified by the Temperance, the Eight of Cups, and the Two of Cups, and the Five of Swords. So I feel like there was a huge conflict between you and this person, like a major argument, separation, could have been multiple people involved in this situation, family members, third parties. In the recent past, for many of you, dear Cancers, I do see here that unfortunately, maybe you disconnected from this person or they disconnected from you and walked away. And it was very sad. It wasn't what you really wanted, and it wasn't really what you anticipated. But I believe that this was something that you almost felt like you had no other choice. So for many of you, you actually chose peace. You walked into a different chapter of your life, into a different phase where you were like, you know what, I still do love this person, but I think I can't live in an environment. Maybe the environment was also in a way that there were a lot of arguments and a lot of conflicts going on with the Five of Swords. Okay, someone here also could have been very bossy, very controlling here, and you have the Death card again, right? So this situation hence came to an end. So let's talk about the Ace of Swords, the Magician, and the Hermit. So there is a lot of clarity that's coming in for you for what you personally want to manifest and create for yourself. Cards are literally flying all over the place. It's the gym also, you know what I'm saying? I've been like working out so hard and I need to really handle these cards carefully. So like carefully? I know. So the Ace of Swords, Cancer, is clarified by the Queen of Swords, the Three of Cups, and the Four of Wands. Insane. Insanity. The Magician here is on top of your reading. Remember when I was talking about manifestation? At the bottom of the deck, you have the Magician, and I'm clarifying the Ace of Swords, which is clarified by the Four of Wands, Three of Cups, and the Queen of Swords. You want marriage. You want a reunion, and you want to manifest reconciliation. That's what you want. You are not giving up on this person. I think that you are really doing a lot of self-concept work. You are changing your self-concept. You are becoming a brand new person. And I think that you are starting to see that anything is possible, whatever it is that you want to create for yourself. You want marriage. You want reunion and reconciliation. That's what I'm strongly getting. The Three of Cups is here. And you know, for everyone, this story is going to be very different, right? I mean, there is so many Cancers that are watching me. Hi, everybody. Love you. And this may resonate maybe 10 Cancers. This may resonate with 100,000 or maybe one. Okay, I'm just going to say what I'm really channeling and feeling and what I'm seeing. Cancer, you are manifesting. You're creating something really profound for yourself. So this has a lot to do with you also believing in your manifestations. You're also like letting go of a lot of limiting beliefs. You know what I mean? Because the limiting beliefs from the past could also hinder you from your manifestations. So the Magician is clarified by the Star, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Star. You're manifesting this conflict to go away. You're manifesting peace. So you do have some sort of a hope and a wish that you want to fulfill. You could be dealing with the Leo, Aquarius, Taurus. Okay, I'm going to just Capricorn also. Virgo is here. But there is a lot of happiness that you are manifesting. You're manifesting that when this brand new beginning here happens with this person, it's actually going to bring you a lot of happiness, a lot of stability, and a lot of healing. And I think that what you are doing right now is you're being super patient. You're being super patient, and you have been patient. But I think that you just know that your manifestation is something that's going to come into fruition. You know, like Neville Goddard says, right? Your assumptions are going to harden into a fact. If you're studying Neville Goddard, okay, or Dr. Joe Dispenza, it's basically your frequency. You manifest from your state of consciousness, not from circumstances. So I'm saying. So let's talk about the Hermit. Something is being eliminated. Something is coming under the light. And the Hermit is clarified by the Empress, the Lovers, and the Six of Swords. You know, this is someone that you truly love. Could be a Taurus. Okay, there is a very beautiful Venus energy, Venusian energy here. Beauty, something about pleasure, something about compatibility. You know, even though certain things happened in the past and things were very much on and off with this person also was very like immature in the past. There is a lot of growth, that has happened ever since this separation. This is someone that you are dealing with. They also must have gone through some sort of a spiritual journey. They might have also been going through some kind of a separation. Okay, and this hasn't been an easy journey, but I think that this is something that has actually provided and given you a lot of wisdom, a lot of knowledge in terms of what you really want out of this relationship. You're manifesting love. Everything that I'm seeing here in the present moment, if you would like, you can rewind this back later and then you can watch this, especially the present moment. Everything that I'm seeing here, all of these cards, those are like positive, very happy. There's no negative card in tarot, but like those are like very much your intentions, your frequency, your energy, right? So you're doing the right thing, whatever you are doing. The moon in the near future. So in the near future, dear Cancer, I believe that there is a love offer that's coming in, maybe that you don't, like it's like when you least expect it, when you have detached from your manifestation and you have let go off of it, like there is this offer that's going to be coming in towards your way. So the moon is clarified by the Queen of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, and the Strength. Okay, strong Leo energy here again. And number 8 can be very significant for many of you. So Cancer, this brand new beginning here that's going to come towards your way, somebody wants to come and kind of tell you, hey, can we continue where we left? Because there is history between you and this person with the Seven of Pentacles. And all of these pentacles talk about grounded energy and also earth energy. This is about the continuation of what was once planted and what was once growing between the two of you. Okay, so the Knight of Pentacles, you know, Cancer, this person is not someone that they're rushed into things. They don't rush into things, they take their time. You know, that is the nature of this person. And maybe that's even more of a surprising thing right now that you will discover and you will know that this person has become way more slower, and when it comes to their actions and who they really want to be with, they're not rushing into it, okay? They're being very cautious, they're being very careful. So when it comes to them making this love offer to you, I feel like this person is going to be putting a lot of thought into it before they will even make that offer. There is a lot of thought being put into it, okay? There is a strong sense of maturity in the Knight of Pentacles series twice, so that's a double confirmation. Slow, steady growth is what I'm getting. So let's clarify the Ace of Cups for you. So the Ace of Cups is clarified by the Five of Pentacles, Two of Swords, and the Ten of Cups. You know, I understand totally that many of you are still kind of processing whatever situation here happened between you and them and they abandoned and it came to an end. But in the near future, you know, you're going to come out of this isolation. In the near future, you're going to see that there is light at the end of the tunnel. You know, again, you have the choice and the freedom to choose which direction you would like to move forward to. But I do see here you leaning towards more family, attracting relationship, attracting something more solid for you. And yes, we are entering into the Mercury retrograde. We are already in the pre-shadow period. So it's going to be challenging. And maybe we don't want to make hasty decisions in this time, right? We want to take this time and use this time to really revisit certain ideas, certain scenarios, certain situations to really see what's best for us when it comes to manifest, when it comes to wanting to settle down with someone. Maybe, you know, and Mercury retrograde is a great energy. Honestly, people, I don't know why they're scared of it, Cancer, but if you're an alchemist, which I believe you are, you will use this energy and say, you know what, this is an opportunity for me to take a step back and see when this manifestation comes through, because they will come back. They will. I already have a lot of success stories, and what yours is going to be one of them. And you're going to come back and you're going to comment under this video that it happened for you. But it's just that you don't have to rush into decisions because you need to move very slowly with the Knight of Pentacles and not rush into making any promises, or even, I don't think this person is really going to make any promises too hasty, but they will be on the same page with you. It's both of you navigating through this situation slowly and surely. Knight of Pentacles is clarified by the Fool, the King of Cups, and the Hanged Man. Exactly. The Fool is the first card in tarot, in Major Arcana. It's a brand new beginning. Like I said earlier, when you both actually enter into this brand new beginning here, dear Cancer, right? The Fool. King of Cups, Queen of Cups, this is Cancer energy, and then you have the Hanged Man. It's about seeing the situation from the Hanged Man perspective, from a different level of consciousness and understanding when it comes to this situation. Because, you know, maybe you tried to have a brand new beginning with this person in the past and it didn't work out. Maybe you made way too many promises. Maybe you overextended overextended yourself and over-invested into this connection. Now, just because you are setting some boundaries and you're wanting to move slowly, it doesn't mean you don't love this person. Okay, that's a trauma response when people think they have to give all of themselves and be all over the place and make promises. No, okay? Love also has boundaries. Love also needs to be in a way that it has to be navigated at a different pace, okay? I know you love very strongly. I know you love too much. I mean, it's never too much, but you know what I mean, right? It's just kind of like making sure that you're also taking care of yourself and you're not setting up yourself for any kind of a failure, which I don't think you are. But this is just being careful, okay? Now, let's get into your advice and see what is it that you need to know. Let's see what is the advice from my Cancer Lucius. What do you need to know, honey? Cancer, Four of Pentacles. I know that you have been holding on to this person. If you know my readings, you also know that the Six of Cups is about the person coming back. This is about a soul connection from the past. Six of Cups. This is my card of a soulmate, twin flame. Of course, we know, take it as it resonates according to your situation, but someone here is going to resurface, and you have the Three of Cups, which is the card of a reunion and a reconciliation, and the Five of Wands. I think that you and this person still have some kind of a unfinished business, or maybe there has been a conflict that really hasn't really been fully addressed, and there has been a beef that's been going on. They're coming back to revisit this conversation with you and to talk to you. The ball is going to be in your court if you would be wanting to be open to talk about this person, to talk to this person, excuse me, and see, you know, if they're on the same page with you to move towards the same direction, towards the destiny for both of you. That is going to be your decision, okay, because you will hear from this person, okay, and you'll come back and you'll tell me. It is about you deciding how you want to move forward. My advice here is not to rush. There is nothing hasty, you know, no hasty decisions need to be made. And also with the Five of Wands, I've noticed this quite a few times in your readings. You tend to deal with someone, you might have dealt with someone who had like hot temper issues. Also watch out for that as well. That temperament has healed, okay? So that is the advice. And finally, the last minute of this reading, I'm going to be pulling one card for your angels and archangels messages to see what is it that you need to know. Oh, one of my favorite cards. So you have number 20 and it says new beginnings, Archangel Jeremiel. Starting a new life, finding your purpose, a forgiving and a compassionate review of the past. And there is people in the background, there is family in the background, children, right? So Cancer, it's exactly what I was saying, because this is a confirmation that it's like there is going to be an opportunity to have a review of the past. From a hangman perspective, where do we see the hangman here? Right? It's a different perspective. It's a more enlightened perspective. To forgive, to review, to let go, to release. And it's about starting a new life and finding the purpose, right? New beginnings, number 20. But also, as an advice, remember, we don't need to rush into these new beginnings. It's not a marathon. It's a journey. So dear Cancer, this is what I had for you. I hope that this reading helped and gave you some clarity. Love you so much. Have a fabulous week ahead. And I will see you on the next one. Take care. Bye.